the other way. What's up? Wow, I have not done a vlog in a long time. Well, I went to a wedding last weekend. Today's Friday. The wedding was Saturday. And I don't think I've done a vlog since last week. Damn. Been slacking pretty hard. I've been slacking in a lot of areas of life, honestly. But yeah, I guess I gotta start up doing the vlogs again. I mean, I'm not too bummed out about missing every day. I mean, this is kind of like, this whole vlog thing is really just so I can like have like an interesting documentation of my day-to-day life, you know, to look back on when I'm 70. So, you know, it's not that big of a deal missing the days. It's just kind of something I committed to do. You know, it's a commitment to myself, and I haven't really been super on top of it. But at the same time, I kind of overextend. Like, I have so many things I want to do every day, and even though I'm not like trying as hard as I possibly can, I'm not even sure if I would have enough time if I did. But then again, I suppose like I should at least try as hard as I can and find out whether or not I can do all the things I want to do. Because if I can, then, you know, I should be going 200% every day, right? I mean, that's something I've been like kind of thinking about a lot. It's just like, why not just go as hard as you possibly can every day? Like, this is, you only get one life as far as we know, and you only have so many days. Why not just like go as hard as you can doing the things you want to do? I just get stuck in these ruts where it's like, when I'm at, like, I can plan really easily, like, okay, these are the things I want to do, these are the things I want to accomplish. Like, I have no problem thinking about the things I want to do, like deciding on what things I want to do. It's when the moment actually comes to make the decision to do like one thing over another. You know, there's things that I want to do, like I want to learn how to draw, but in the moment, like, I'd rather just do something that's more familiar, something more safe than learning how to draw. Like, I'd rather like make music, or I'd rather play Magic, or, you know, like, I'm on my way right now to play Magic. I mean, Friday Night Magic's okay because it's not a huge commitment, but that's just an example. Like, or I'd rather eat, you know, or I'd rather go to the park or go hiking or something. Like, whenever the moment actually comes where I'm like thinking about, maybe I should draw right now, maybe I should write my novel right now, I would always rather do something safer. Well, thought I was gonna sneeze there. Am I sneeze now? What? No. I hate when that happens. I hate when a sneeze comes up and then you don't sneeze. Horrible feeling. Anyways, so I think it's human nature to want to do the safer thing. Like, we're creatures of habit, and when we're in the habit of doing something, we feel safer doing it. And human beings, at the end of the day, we just want to feel safe, you know, because our biggest fear is death. Our biggest fear is not surviving, not being able to survive, you know, getting sick or starving or dehydrating. You know, those things are our biggest fears because we're mortal creatures, you know. We have certain needs we need to fulfill, or else we will perish. And so it's very instinctual to want to feel safe, which is why when you're confronted with a decision between something familiar and something, you know, challenging and unfamiliar, you're more likely to choose the more familiar thing. But when it comes to pushing yourself and succeeding and progressing and becoming more of the person you want to be, you know, the dream version of yourself, you have to push through those instincts to stick to things that are familiar and try different things out, and, you know, and take risks. And so I'm just still fighting that battle, you know, it's the age-old battle that humans fight. I mean, we're the only intelligent species that we're aware of, so as far as we know, like, the human struggle just like is the struggle. So I'm just telling this bus to move because he was parked. So yeah, that's that. I've just been, you know, I'm still slacking, but I'm always like moving forward very slowly though. It's not as like, the progress isn't like overnight like I wish it would be. It's more just like gradual, and I think I do need to make a little bit more of a conscious effort to make the progress faster, because, you know, like I've said many times, there's limited time on this planet, and gotta take advantage of it. You gotta take advantage of every day. You know, it's really easy to say just like, I'll do that tomorrow, or, you know, I have, like, in 6 months I'll be the person I want to be. But like, when those 6 months come around, and with that mindset, you really don't get there. You know, you kind of have to live as if you'll die tomorrow. That's kind of like, I mean, that's kind of cliche, and it's not really that way, because if I was going to die tomorrow, then I wouldn't focus on writing a novel that's going to take me 5 years to write, you know. But, you know, it's more about not taking the day for granted. I think, you know, living like you're going to, like, today's your last day to live. It's like, it's a cliche saying, and I understand the purpose of it, like what it means, like live life to the fullest. But literally, if you were going to die tomorrow, or if today was your last day to live, you definitely wouldn't live ideally, because chances are you're not going to die tomorrow, and chances are if you lived that way, you wouldn't really progress the way you might expect. Anyways, I'm nitpicking the crap out of this saying. So, just to update, since I haven't vlogged in a while, I guess I'll just do a general update. Right now I'm on my way to Magic, and I'm really loving Magic. I'm super happy that I got back into it, because it's just a great part of life that it's super enjoyable. It keeps my brain kind of active and sharp, because, you know, it's a mental strategy game that takes a lot of logic and stuff like that. So, and I've also been playing really well. I've been doing tournaments online and in person, and they're small tournaments, but I've been winning a lot of them. So I'm really happy with myself and just about that in general. I just got an internship. I think I mentioned this in one of my vlogs in the past, but I'm not sure. I got an internship at a studio called Soundtrack Studio in Boston. It's a recording studio. They actually have 5 recording studios in the building, and it's just like, it's amazing. They have free beer, free coffee, you can drink all day, free tea, free food, everything's free, and, you know, I get to just like write music all day with lots of tools at my disposal, like MIDI keyboards, and I mean, it's a professional studio, so they have like Pro Tools, and all this stuff is accessible to me. And they have Pro Tools with like tons of plugins. Like, it's not just stock plugins. They have like every Pro Tools, plugin like I've ever seen. Anyways, it's great. I'm so happy I got this internship, and I'm really hoping I improve my musical skills and get kind of re-inspired with music. I've been so uninspired lately. It's insane. Like, sometimes I don't even have the inspiration or motivation to like start writing music, even when I want to. I have this weird feeling that like everything I do sucks, and that's like, I mean, it's classic like writer block, like fear of failure type stuff. Like, every artist experiences it to an extent, but this is actually like the first time I've really experienced it on like a big scale, because for most of my life I was just like, I thought everything I made was great, and I always thought like I was killing it no matter what, even if it wasn't that good, I thought it was good just because I made it. And I'm starting to realize that even though it's not good to be ignorant about your work, it's better to like be blind to the fact that your stuff might not be the best, and like think that everything you make is gold, rather than feeling like everything you make is crap. Because at least when you think everything you make is gold, you're actually making stuff, because you're like, damn, I'm so good, like I'm gonna keep doing it. You're motivated to keep going. That's the importance of confidence. Like, you gotta stay humble, but you also gotta stay confident, because, you know, if you don't stay confident, then you're not gonna have the motivation to do it. You know, if you don't think anything you make is good, you're not gonna have the motivation to continue making it, you know, because you're not gonna see any progress. I mean, I think in order to be the best of the best, you gotta be humble too, because you gotta realize that your stuff isn't the best probably, and you still have a lot to learn from people. And if you become too confident, then you can like kind of cut out other people and not take other people's advice, and then you'll suffer, and there's like a certain threshold you won't pass if you're overly confident. But at least if you're confident, maybe a little bit too much confident, at least you're making stuff, at least you're putting material out. So you know, my novel, the novel I'm writing right now, it touches on that topic a lot, because there's 3 main characters, and one of the main characters is overly confident, and a lot of the downsides, the disadvantages of overconfidence kind of come out in that character. But yeah, so I'm trying to get re-inspired with music, and I think this internship will help a lot, because it forces me to sit down and compose music, which is something that I haven't been doing since I got home, really. Like I haven't just been sitting down and composing, and that's something I need to do if I want to be a composer. You know, I need to spend time composing if I'm going to be a composer. So yeah, I'm reading Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, the first book. I finished The Hobbit a few months ago, so I figured might as well read the Lord of the Rings series. It's 3 books. They're pretty long, but I've never read them before, and I've never seen the movies. I saw them when I was like 6 when they came out, so I don't really remember anything about the story. So I'm really excited, because I'm like, The Hobbit's one of my favorite books, and now I'm actually reading the sequels, and I actually don't. Nothing's spoiled to me. You know, I don't know actually what happens. So really enjoying it, and also just like as I'm reading and enjoying the story, I'm also analyzing Tolkien's style of writing, because I mean, he's one of the greatest fantasy writers ever, or at least he's one of the most popular. And I just like made weird eye contact with some guy in their car. I love when that happens, like when you're just like looking out the window of your car and like you just like have a stare down with someone. It's funny. Yeah, Tolkien's like, he's probably the most successful fantasy writer ever, right? Like the Lord of the Rings, like what fantasy novel is more successful than that? I guess Game of Thrones now is kind of competing. Harry Potter, actually. Well, yeah, actually Harry Potter is probably more successful than Lord of the Rings. Now that I think about it, there were 7 movies and they all made like $1 billion. Anyways, this vlog's getting pretty long, so yeah, I need to stop vlogging more, but you know, things are good. Everything's working out. I'm reading, I'm writing, I'm composing. Like I said, I'm not going full throttle yet, and I really feel like I should be. And I keep telling myself to just like go full throttle, but for some reason I can't. And I think it's just because I'm not in the habit of doing it. Like I'm not in the habit of going hard as hell, you know. Like, whoa, a restaurant I ate at before just is empty, and the building is for sale. All right, whatever. See you tomorrow, hopefully.